Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be a little bit of like a quick fire, to be honest with you, just because I'm in the middle of moving, as you can tell. So I just want to make sure I still get the readings out and at the same time also move my stuff. So anyway, I am going to dive into it. It's for the week of the 29th to the 4th of August. So let's just dive in. I'm just going to give these a shuffle for my lovely Sagittarians out there. By the way, before I started, I smelt, what can I say the word on YouTube? I smelt the Mary Jane. So who's smoking? I don't know if you're smelling, I don't know. Anyways, right, let's dive into it for Sagittarius. This is very, the whole deck just jumped out, but two were facing me. So I will show you these. And I'll pick them up after because that's all I needed anyway. So you have happy, and come to the edge. I like that. Usually when this come to the edge card comes through, it does bring in a meaning that wherever you are now, the time is running out in this position, in this place, in this situation, okay? Not in a bad way. It kind of feels like you're destined to move forward, okay? You're not destined to be exactly where you are right now. Of course, life is always about movement, okay? It's just part of our nature and it's just a part of life. Everything is kind of temporary. So this doesn't feel like bad news to me, just because this also has a happy card here next to it, which kind of feels like you know this already. Maybe this is a move or a new beginning that you guys are excited for. Whatever it is, we'll dive into it. But it definitely feels like there's only a limited amount of time left. And I'm just seeing like swirls or circles like this. I guess I'm feeling like this is what she's doing. She's running around waiting for that time to go because she knows that when it's the right timing and when the divine does its thing, you're going to be really happy about whatever this is. So it could be a manifestation, for example. But let's carry on. We'll piece it together. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more over here. For Sagittarius, please, this week. The messages for them. Okay, acceptance. Aries just had this. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. For some of you, I do sense that you feel like that about timing. Like I feel like there's acceptance about timing, by the way. And adversity. Some of you, it could be, if you're in a difficult situation right now, I almost feel like, yeah, it's stressful, but it's not bothering you because of that happy card. Because also there is this acceptance that maybe it can't change right now, but you know the time is running out, that you're going to be in this situation. Again, it's kind of like, that's how I'm piecing it together. The affirmation for this is, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So some of you could be, dancing in the rain. That's the vibes they're giving me here. You're understanding that you can't stop the rain, but you can learn to have fun with it. That's what they're giving me. But let's carry on. For my lovely Sagittarians, what this means is that you're gaining a positive mindset this week about what it is that you're experiencing, because I think you know that something good is coming away. Let's see. Sagittarius, who's got blue eyes? They're speaking about someone who has blue eyes. Miracle and mysticism. That's telling me that something very magical is going to happen. Maybe you guys are manifesting in a miracle. Mysticism here is a card of like, it kind of reminds me of the High Priestess. It kind of is like a very spiritual experience. And because you have miracle as well, maybe this is some magic happening in your life. It's some sort of miracle, magical miracle happening in your life. By the way, mysticism also is about an unexpected visitor, so just pay attention to that. It did come out with miracle, but nevertheless, just be aware of whatever this mysticism is. It's a very fated situation, I must say. But we'll see if it comes up during a reading. Sagittarius, please. Love that. Ooh. I love these cards. I've never had this as a combination, which is interesting. Right, Panther Spirit, guys. Reclaim your damn power. I feel like I had to say it like that with aggression. Maybe that's what you guys are needing. It's showing me like the Strength card. You need that lion. You need that panther energy. Reclaim your power. Peacock spirit, let it shine. This is about your authenticity, okay? Being uniquely yourself, embracing that, loving that. Don't let any of the haters tell you otherwise. Don't let people change you. Don't let adversity change you either. Like, kind of like claim it. I think you are claiming adversity. You're not like bringing it in. Of course, I'm not saying it like that. You're not claiming that. But what you are doing is like you're claiming power over it. Like I said about dancing in the rain, you're not allowing life to happen to you anymore. Even if you can't change an outcome, you are learning how to deal with it in a very empowering way. Very empowering. I just want to say power a million times over and over again. Right, Peacock Spirit and Panther. Now, another thing I wanted to mention about this was the appearance of these cards, and I don't usually ever pick up on this with this deck, so I will run through it very quickly. When you see a panther, you just feel its energy. Like, you know to be a bit cautious or careful. So, because they're powerful beings and they look powerful, and just the same as a peacock as well, they are very unique, compared to any other birds. When you see them, they stand out. So there's a lot about your energy being either intimidating this week, or they're calling for you to embrace being intimate. I don't know. There's something about walking into the room and just having this overwhelming aura about you. But this feels like more about what other people are thinking. You might not even notice it. I do feel like they're wanting you to claim it. Don't hide in the shadows. But maybe people are a bit intimidated by you. Yeah, that panther is giving a bit of like that death stare. Staring straight at somebody. Anyway, I'm going to dive into your reading, but it definitely is something about your appearance, or the way that you carry yourself is so important this week. All right, maybe you're the unexpected visitor. Anyway, let's see. For my lovely Sagittarians, please, Spirit. Right, let's see. I'm going to split this in just a second. Let's get two more. Okay, 10 of Wands and the Knight of Wands is trying to come out there, which again is about releasing a very exhausting chapter and having fun with it. Okay, the Knight of Wands is about being positive. It is your card, Sagittarius. So it's about being optimistic. It's about chasing your dreams, about conquering things. So again, you're no longer having a weight on your shoulder, by the way. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. Right. What do you have coming through? Two of Swords. A decision needs to be made this week. And the way that it needs to be made is by using your intuition. Okay, whenever this kind of decision needs to be made, it does require some sort of sacrifice. I don't know why I say it like that. In order to have a new life, you have to let go of the old one, for example. That's the sacrifice I'm speaking about. In order to have a new job, you have to let go of the old. Or you might have to let go of a comfort zone, for example. It is like this energy that once you go into it, it's, you've made your choice, now you have to run with it. Temperance, take your time. Sagittarius, this is your card as well. So because you're showing up in the reading twice now in both of your cards, I like it. It means that you are in your energy, which I like a lot. You are aligned with your energy. You have the Nine of Swords. This is worries, doubts, overthinking. Anxious about something. King of Pentacles. I do see you stepping into a very financially stable position with the King of Pentacles. He's worked hard. He's taken his time. Because of that, he's now entitled to that throne. So for a lot of you, I do see that maybe you are stepping into a more powerful position. Okay. Three of Wands. Something you are anticipating, which actually we had that before anyways. Three of Swords. Okay, I'm going to pull the rest of the cards out. Knight of Swords, and we're going to piece them together. The Hanged One and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Let's talk about it here. Let's just remind ourselves that Spirit is really reminding you that something good is coming, but I do see that you are in the middle of adversity here, but you do have a miracle, so I like that. Two of Swords, a difficult decision needs to be made. Maybe you guys are closing yourself off from certain people, especially if you are facing adversity from others. This is accusations, by the way. I do see that maybe you're being protected though, because that King of Pentacles is kind of, maybe you're in a vulnerable position. Please bear with the visuals. The Knight of Swords feels like it's trying to get to that person in the Two of Swords who's kind of not aware of what's coming, but that King of Pentacles is blocking it. That's what it feels like. Some of you could be being protected by somebody. Someone's giving you a choice maybe and allowing you to take your time with it. Anyway, right. Before making any decision, again, Spirit's really wanting you to get balanced. This is a week of building harmony, taking a pit stop where necessary so that you are balanced before you move forward towards that beautiful sun that's in the background. Okay, you are going to be walking towards happier times, by the way. That's something I will say to you. But this is clearly a quite difficult time period that you guys are going through. The Nine of Swords. Furry? Worries, fears, and doubts. On the same line, you have this. Some of you could really be worried about your financial situation. Some of you could be worried about maybe heartache or disappointment, or you do have on the bottom of the deck failure of some kind. You're worried that you might fail. You're worried that maybe you can't step up to something here. I think you're just really overthinking. Okay, maybe you have had some difficult news lately and it's just feeling like, oh my God, like another one, like another problem. In the middle line, you have, interestingly, again, very similar energies here. Temperance, about patience. Three of Wands, about waiting. The Hanged One is about feeling stuck. And again, feeling like things are a bit on the halt, which I did sense as well earlier. You were waiting for something to crumble, the timing to be over, that you was in a certain situation. So in this case, the Hanged One does bring in some advice here, suggesting that looking at this situation from a different perspective, you can gain some sort of enlightenment that might actually open the doors to that miracle. Maybe you guys are becoming aware of something here this week. Maybe that's what the happy is. She's happy because she knows that what she's sitting on is eventually going to hatch into something incredible. So that's what it is I feel like I want to tell you this week to keep the faith. The situation that you're in feels very disempowering. That's the problem. But there is something that you're going to be going into that is super empowering. So that's the balance I'm kind of picking up here, that they're asking you to just remember what you're going into. Align with it. That rainbow here is about that connection to the universe, okay, to spirit, to God. Feeling like it's happening already. Reclaim your power, especially with the fears of heartache and pain and financial loss here. Maybe this is, okay, I'm actually going to clarify your reading because it is a little bit of a busy one. Let's see. Two of Swords, the Death card. Whatever you're having to make a decision on, or maybe something that you can feel coming, is that ending. It is that crumbling here. Endings for new beginnings here, which may feel scary. But again, I do see that you could be going into a very financially stable position. Okay, it might take a bit to work up to that, but you're able to maybe have more finances than what you did. Okay, but let's see. Why is the Temperance card here? Justice, again, about balance. This can be about contracts, by the way. Maybe you're waiting for a contract. You're waiting for karma. This is about balance, absolutely. The Nine of Swords. The King of Wands. So in terms of like overcoming some difficult thoughts and some doubts and some fears and some worries, the King of Wands comes in as a reminder of your strengths already. You have the ability to create really amazing ideas and to actually take action on it. The King of Wands is super, the word I want to bring in doesn't fit my sentence, but he's able to adapt. Okay, that's why the lizards are behind him, is because he's able to quickly move when situations call for him to move. So for some of you, maybe a situation is calling for you to move. Maybe it's to do with a contract ending and you're aware of it, or maybe it's a karmic contract, maybe it's a soul contract, I don't know, but it does feel like you're being patient for having maybe an unfair situation turn into something fair, or maybe your life in general, you know. But the King of Wands is saying, instead of worrying about it, let's take action. It's kind of giving me the vibes of, you know, like, let's say, you know, your job ends up firing you. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just telling you the vibes that I'm picking up on, like the kind of situation, the kind of feelings that would arise. Like, it does feel like something happened against you. It feels like against your will, most likely. Or again, it happened maybe behind your back. I don't know. It was discussed behind your back. I don't know what this is. But it does feel like it was a very difficult situation. So let's say again, so you get fired or whatever, something happens with your job, but then instead of worrying about it, like, what am I going to do, which is natural to feel that way, instead it's like, oh, well, I really have this great passion, like maybe I can become my own boss, or how can I make the most of the situation, is something I want you to ask yourself. Okay, about that reclaiming your power. Don't allow your thoughts to suppress you. Don't allow the situation to disempower you. You have really good skills with that King of Wands. It's just you have to put it into action. Don't worry. Don't waste time worrying. Again, I know it's easier said than done, but it's just saying there is empowerment coming through. You have skills. You have maybe a passion or an idea, or you're able to, if you really thought about it instead of the worries, okay? Right, the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, sorry, that's some sort of wish fulfillment, and the Queen of Cups here. Some of you, this could be a love interest. Don't know if it's like an earth sign, doesn't have to be. Someone who definitely could be wealthy, but again, this doesn't have to be love. But if it is, then I feel like this is definitely someone who is gonna be in your good books. Like, I don't know, I feel like somebody is doing something that makes you really feel happy with them. I don't know what that is. It could be protecting you, could be providing for you, or giving you something. I don't know. Right, Queen of Pentacles as well, outside of love. Sorry, Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups. This is feeling super happy, actually. So expect this to come in again, especially in terms of your finances or your career life, or just in terms of your stability. You will be feeling stable and feeling very happy, emotional, but very happy, actually. I like that. Three of Wands is love. Okay, so there is peace coming away, a new emotional experience. Doesn't have to be love. So for some of you, it really is something that you are waiting for, is to have peace in your life. All right, to maybe have that justice, to feel like you are finally in balance again. Because it's on the same line as this. Temperance, about being in line, feeling harmonious. Maybe it's about some sort of reconciliation or forgiving something. All right, or again, having karma. Maybe you are witnessing some karma and it's making you feel like, okay, I can move on. Or maybe it's an emotional thing that you're coming to within yourself of going, actually, I am able to move forward with love. I'm not waiting for anything anymore. I'm choosing this new emotional experience. But for some of you, if you've been waiting for love, it's there. I do see it happening. Right, Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Cups. Let's get one more. What is this heartache, though? Because I kind of sense it might be a fear. It's something that you're letting go of. So again, it could be a fear. Some of you, it could be like past pains that is still there and still hurt. Ten of Wands is releasing something that is causing a lot of weight on your shoulders. Okay, it's causing you to maybe hold on to things that may need to be let go of. Okay, or it's just the end of a very difficult chapter for you. Something that's been exhausting. Mentally, emotionally, physically. Eight of Cups, walking away from something, leaving it behind, and this beautiful Sagittarian card, which is about chasing your dreams. So again, whatever heartaches and pains have happened in your life, whatever disappointments you have faced, this is really saying, let it go. All right, I feel like I want to shake it off. Like, I don't know, like some of you might need to do those, what is it like a, I don't know the word and I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not going to say it, but it's those practices where you shake, you know, you dance or you shake your body. Like some of you need to let loose because, you know, this is a very rigid energy, and they're wanting you to be loose. They're wanting to have fun, okay? I think these swords have caused you to be rigid, which is fine. It's kind of like feeling closed up and maybe scared without intentionally realizing it. They're asking you to be loose. Let it go. This is a big weight on your shoulders. Remove yourself from any situation that doesn't serve you emotionally, okay? And to believe in yourself that you're able to go out there and conquer the next thing. The Knight of Swords definitely feels like communication. The King of Swords could be an air sign. I'm going to get one more. It could be someone that you've had a disagreement or argument with. Knight of Swords. You have the Knight of Cups. Very different energies. The Ten of Swords. Could be an apology coming through from somebody. The Knight of Swords usually is coming straight at you, you know, and sometimes it can be, you know, like accusational. But the Knight of Cups is here. This is telling you this is someone that you've fallen out with, or you've closed a chapter with. But the Knight of Cups could be someone who has something emotional to say. One more. The Tower reversed and a Two. Look at that. Somebody might want another round with you, but that's up to you. I still feel like they do still carry like a very triggered energy though. So again, I don't necessarily feel like this is someone that you should be going back in with, you know. Tower is like it's fallen already, you know. Like I feel like this person, well, however this fell out, clearly was very destructive. That's what the Tower is. It was a complete falling out. It was a mess. It was shambles. I'm hearing. They are coming through with their heart on their sleeve, but again, they're triggered. It's the kind of person that is like, oh, I'm being open to you, and oh, this is my love for you. It's not the same as what I was telling you about though. Different. It's this person to act all sweet, and then when you kind of say, actually, you know what, no, then they start attacking you. You know, it's almost someone who's got a very strong ego, and it's like they don't like rejection at all. So they're coming across as, oh, like I'm so like vulnerable now coming to you. I've changed or whatever. And it's like, you know, let's rebuild. Even if it's just an old friend, I don't know who it is, but it's someone who's like acting sweet. Clearly they do want a connection with you, but I don't think they've earned it. You know, I don't think they've changed. This may have been someone who actually shut you down emotionally in the past, because they're the King of Swords, very cold, very calculative. But you're this Queen of Cups, regardless of gender. You're someone who has much more emotional depth. Okay, maybe you tried to have conversation with this person and like, what are you talking about? You know, like that's just clearly very different beliefs. But anyway, the Hanged One. You're going to be dealing with someone who's very humble, very stable. They're very independent, slow moving, but someone that I think is going to treat you very well. This enlightenment is coming from confusing state. Maybe some of you are questioning what you need to do. Okay, or maybe you have a lot of options. You don't really know where to start. Instead of trying to just pick anything, don't do that. Don't make a choice from confusion, okay? The Hanged One is saying, okay, let's look at all of these options from a different perspective. Let's weigh them up. Let's observe. Let's not take action until we know for sure, because this is about gaining enlightenment and a knowing, okay? So if you don't know, don't take any action towards something. Five of Pentacles came out with the Hanged Man as well. So similar situation. Maybe you're feeling again left out in the cold, or maybe there has been a situation where you do feel like you've made some kind of loss or you're disappointed. Observe it. I don't know why, but you know, this is like a period of feeling kind of stuck. But instead of feeling stuck and worried about being stuck, let's look at this from a different perspective. Let's try to find an opportunity here, because there is one. Okay, anyways, my angels, I'm going to love you. I'm going to go. I hope this reading has made sense for some of you. Please let me know, because I did have to go in and clarify it, to dive deeper into it. But I send you my love. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.